Welcome to Timothy Baby Boy Mulligan's Guitars, Mods, and Music. And today we are going to work on completing the BBM NY Rockstar ST. Just trying to get these strings out of the way that I should put through. So this completely checked out. The frets are all even. So all it needs is a fret polish and to put the strings on. I did check the electronics since the last video. Everything's good to go. So if you could just like, subscribe, and leave a comment and tell me what you think about the guitar, the video, and let's get into it. Messy job, and you don't want to get your fingers all over a light colored fretboard when you do this, because you will end up with a messed up blackened fretboard. Now what I've put on here are Diodario strings, and they are 42 to 9s. Just get my paper in order here so I don't mess up. Just missing one. There it is, 3,000. I like to keep them in order so that I just go one right to the next. So I will start with 400. I'm just going to hit these light. Let the sandpaper do the work. And this is just to take off any of the tooling. Okay. And then we'll go 600. And 800. what I'm using here, guys, is the Music Nomad 25.5 fretboard protector. They're $50 on Amazon if you want to pick one up. And it comes with the good rubber bands to put on these. You only really need to put 2, but there's enough to put all of them on there. All right, we're up to 1200 grit. This is where you really start noticing some difference. They really start to get smooth at this point. And 1500. You gotta make sure you go all the way to the edges of these frets, because when you go all the way to the edges, it also smooths out the edges of the fret. And 2000. You notice it goes quick. You don't have to put a ton of pressure, a little pressure. Will get your arm and hands tired, that's for sure. Especially when you do a lot of them in a row. And finish them off with 3000. You're not really taking anything off these frets, you're just polishing them up nice, making them smooth. And on this last one, I like to take a little extra care and hit the sides and the tops really good. And there we go. The frets are done. Take those off. And make sure you hold these, otherwise they'll go flying when you take them off. I had one come around, go over my head, one hit me in the face. I learned that lesson real quick. Those are definitely good magnets in these T's pickups because this thing didn't want to come off the fretboard. It was stuck to the magnet. And now we'll clean up the fretboard with a little F1. And oil the fretboard. You don't need a lot of this, just a little bit. Here I go again with the canned air. When I buy my house, I definitely have to get a small compressor. And we'll go for the dry side. Those frets are smooth, baby, silk. Start winding some strings. Put my F1 away first. Don't you spill that and make a mess. Yeah, find a spot. Now remember, if you watched the first video, these are locking tuners, so you got to make sure you loosen your tuners or your strings aren't going to go through. And we want to get all these to the right point where it's easy to put your string through. Which I like to put them so that they're right about on an angle like that. And you want to put these through. A lot of people say you just put them through and you lock them down. You're going to get better tuning stability if you go about one tuning peg and then just a little bit more. Pull it back through, lock it. And if you don't have locking tuners, do the same thing. And then just bring it and wrap it around. Now what that's going to do is it's going to lock the string in there too on top of the locking nut. Make sure that's over the top. And then it's time to trim the string. But you guys don't have to watch all this, so I will be right back. All right, so we got the guitar done, but there is one problem. I've got to cut the nut because when I press here, there's a ton of bounce in these strings. So this nut's only been cut about halfway. So we're going to cut the nut a little bit more. But just to quickly go over the guitar and show you the semi-finished product, look at those gleaming frets. Set of Diodarrios, like I had said earlier. And the Safu locking tuners. So, I will cut the nut, come back, and we will do the demo. All right, so we ran into a predicament. And I've got to clean this guitar off. I went to test the guitar after doing the nut, tuning the guitar up. Ran into a little issue. And what that little issue was the pickup. Apparently, with a dual hot rail single Alnico 5 pickup, you have to use all 500K pots, which I do not have any except for the long 500K pots, so I could not switch them out. So what I decided to do was I had a 7.5 bridge single coil pickup left over from another build because I took that out and used a humbucker. So I put that in here. So now we've got an Alnico 5 7.5K and then the two stock T's ceramic pickups. So it does have a bit more gain in that bridge like I wanted. But it's a single coil. So these things happen when you do custom builds. And I've done so many guitars, I didn't think to look at the specifications on that particular pickup. But now I'll have to get some 500K pots, or I'll buy a loaded pickguard that has 500K pots, and I will swap that bridge pickup out for the one that I wanted to use, and I will use that on another guitar down the line. But now that we've got this all covered, come back, and now we'll do the demo. All right, guys, let's demo the guitar. even turned up. That's at 2. Now I crank it up a little. Now we're at 5. Now we're going to go to 10. That's in the bridge position. Now we're going to get real dirty. Let's take it down a notch and go through everything. So now this is with my tone. Oh, excuse me. And the middle and the bridge. And the middle. Neck and middle. And the neck. And we'll do that again with some little bit of dirt on it. Okay, so bridge position. Middle and bridge. And I'm going to go for a beat on this one. She rocks. This is the middle. And the middle and the neck. Turned off my volume. It's one thing I don't like about where this volume button is. I play up here. And the neck. Man, I got this thing. So she's fast. So, I think she qualifies as a BBM NY custom shop rock star, just like the headstock says. U.S. veteran made. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe, give us a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think about the guitar, what you think about the video. Baby Boy Mulligan's, Guitars, Mods, and Music. Signing off. See you next time.